Hi, this is Robert Estrin at livingpianos.com, your online piano store with a question. What is the future of player piano technology? If you've been paying attention in the last couple of decades to what's been going on, it is pretty fantastic. Well, player pianos have a long, rich history going back, believe it or not, to the 19th century. No, that's not a mistake. The late 1800s ushered in the Vorsätze. This was actually a contraption that went in front of your piano to play it. And soon after, it was the renaissance of the player piano, and every home had to have them, just like we all have, big screen TVs today. They were incredibly popular. As a matter of fact, 3 times more pianos were purchased back then than today, with a population less than a third of what it is today. So it was really the glory days of player pianos in the turn of the century, going through until the 1920s, when, of course, the phonograph and radio, they came in and kind of wiped out the player piano until they made a resurgence in the 1980s with cassette-based players, then floppy disk, CDs, and finally today you have wireless player pianos. Now these can both record and play back. Yamaha Disklavier has been doing that for years on a very high level, and Steinway with their Stereo system now has systems that record and play back impeccably. Now there are other things that they can do. For example, the libraries that were created on the piano rolls of the expressive players, which they had, believe it or not, way back at the turn of the century, offers performances of composers and pianists who may have recorded at all, if they did, on 78 RPM, scratchy, awful sounding recordings. Well, they recorded on piano rolls that had every nuance of their playing. And they have been digitized, so you can listen to Rachmaninoff or Gershwin play his Rhapsody in Blue on your piano on modern player pianos. More than that, in the Stereo system and also on the Disklavier, they have artists, their artists come in and make titles. They have other instruments that play through audio in perfect synchronization. You can even have videos of your performers and your piano plays live, the piano part, with the video. So those are all things that are happening now. Well, there's even more that's happening that you might not be aware of. Disklavier system, for example, they can have concerts in multiple cities simultaneously by having Disklavier set up in concert halls. Auditions are also done this way, so people don't have to travel so far. They can have a West Coast center and a New York center, and then people from other areas can just go to those centers, and maybe they have another one in Chicago, and the judges can be in wherever they want to be, and the piano plays the same part there live. So this is a whole other technology. So what's coming? Are we done? Not by a long shot. What does the future hold? Well, one thing that Steinway is doing, which is really interesting, is they're taking old audio recordings of Horowitz, Rubinstein, and others, and they're digitizing them so your piano plays their actual performance, even if they never made piano rolls or taking it from audio. That technology might get good enough that you could do that your own someday. That's not there yet, so that's something we can look forward to. The other thing is the emergence of hybrid pianos. Hybrid pianos are pianos that use the front end of an acoustic piano, the action, with the sound generation that's digital. Well, combine that with player technology and the possibilities are endless. So what's in store with piano technology and players? We can only guess or hope that it keeps evolving, because it's been very exciting in the last few years. And I look forward myself, and in fact, I've been working on a prototype of a new category of modular concert grand system that you'll be hearing more about. So glad to have you join me, Robert Estrin, here at livingpianos.com. See you next time.